Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking solo leveling Arise. Now, I've done a bit of diving into the Discord, having a chat to people, looking up some more information about this game, because it was previously stated on their website that it was due for a 2023 release, but now it is saying spring 2024. They've been active on their Twitter. They're running like social events that give you in-game rewards. We still don't have an official release date, but I wanted to talk about my speculation on when I think it will be released and all the stuff going on in the game so far that we do know of. So firstly, like I said, it does say coming in spring 2024. Now I give a massive shout out to Lesser over in the Discord for hooking me up with this. This is the earnings conference call that happened in November last year, and in this one, basically this is not confirmation. This is just like a, non-official chat between them and investors and stuff like that, I believe it is, where they just answer some questions. And towards the end here, they did say that they think they will be set for a Q1 2024 release. Now, Q1 means January, February, or March, and that's not, once again, that is not official information. That is like stuff very, very subject to change. They did also mention an OBT in there, which would be an open beta test, which I'd be curious to see how they do, because they haven't really had any open tests to the public yet of this game. I would personally love it if they just went straight for a release. But we'll have to wait and see what they do, whether they do an open beta or whether they just go straight into a full global launch. I'm personally hoping for a full global launch. It's been so long since we've had a game that we didn't have a foreign version or a beta or anything like that. I just want to go in blind to a new game and have some fun, but we'll have to wait and see. But my speculation is that I'm thinking, and once again, this is just complete speculation because we don't have an official release date. I'm thinking we might be looking at like a March release date because this does say spring. They mentioned they should be set for a Q1 release. And then if we go, when is spring in Korea? Because it's a Korean company. That's the 20th of March. In America, it's 19th of March. I just Googled this because I'm in Australia, so we're different to the rest of the world. So to me, late March would make sense to align with both of those things. But once again, that is just speculation. We will have to wait and see. Now, the thing that actually triggered me into going into all this stuff was this post that they did on Twitter, X, whatever we want to call it. Now, this one got me started because I looked at this and I was like, dude, they're giving us a release date. But unfortunately, Solo Leveling, congratulations on the animation airing. So this is just because the anime is out. I have watched episode 1. I just watched it on Crunchyroll. I'm sure it's in other places as well. I'm not too sure, but I just watched it on Crunchyroll. It's only subbed in English at the moment, but it was quite impressive. It was a bit short in my opinion, but hey, if you guys want to go watch it, go ahead. This is the only thing that I've read a manhwa for, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm dying for this game. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But like I said, that's sort of what we have so far, but they are running these events. So if you go here and you look at the kind of events that they're running, the reward in-game secret coupon for 20 hunters. So they're already dishing out prizes of in-game stuff, and we don't even have a pre-registration active yet. So I would anticipate if we don't see a pre-registration by like mid-Feb, then we're probably looking at a Q2 release, but I'm really hoping we do get that pre-reg announcement within January, hopefully, and that would lead us into, like I said, a Feb to March release. I think March makes the most sense, but hey, we'll have to wait and see exactly when it does launch. Now, going on to some other stuff about what is actually inside the game, they've actually been pretty tight-lipped on details, and I haven't seen anyone have any firm information on details in the game of the actual play style, everything about it. The best we have to go on is over here, and let me just find it. Okay, yeah, here we go. So the best we have to go on is really this thing that they released probably 4 months ago or something like that. There you go, 29th of the 7th, which was a focus group test where they showed us a bunch of gameplay. Now, I've been watching their YouTube, their Twitter, everything to see if they release anything more. They've just been doing some sort of like character spotlights, weapon spotlights, nothing too crazy. I still feel like this clip that they gave us from the focus group test gives us the most insight into what the game is going to be like. And in general, like I said, I think it's looking pretty solid. I'm pretty excited for this one. I think the combat looks enjoyable. As for the type of game, you always get people asking, is it going to be like Genshin? Is it going to be, open world, stuff like that? I don't think this is going to be an open world. The horizon that it's like oh dude, it just looks so sick when he summons the ads, dude. It's this just gets me so excited. But anyway, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. I don't think we're going to be in for an open world. What I'm hoping for from this game is that feeling of back when I played World of Warcraft. Now, I'm not expecting MMO, but when I used to just jump around Orgrimmar and wait for a dungeon proc, and then you go into the dungeon. I'm hoping the dungeons give us that same feel that I used to get in World of Warcraft, where, you know, you got a few ads to kill, you got to get to the boss, maybe you have mini bosses along the way, and then you go in and you kill the boss and you get some loot. That's what I'm hoping the main gameplay loop of the game will be like. I'm also hoping that maybe we get some, multiplayer dungeons and bigger multiplayer raids. That would be really cool, but I'm anticipating that once again it won't be an open world, but it'll be more of like just a dashboard. You go into dungeons, and then that's where the action happens. Not like that full open world type thing like a lot of people expect now after Genshin's been released. But I'm hoping the combat is going to be fun. As you can see, they've got telegraphs. The combat does look like it has a fair bit of depth with the dodging. We can look at abilities in the bottom corner here, and you can see that we do have a fair range of abilities to use. We've got dodges that has charges by the looks of it around it. We got our basic attack, which is going to be your left mouse click, and then we've got like 6 other abilities to use. Along with over on the side, we've got our characters that I'm tipping is going to be our summonable characters that I'm assuming is going to be similar to Punishing Grey Raven, where you can swap to them or they can pop out for a little QTE or something like that. I'll have to wait and see. Like, once again, I'm not 100% sure on the way the systems are going to work, but I'm just super excited for it. Like I said, this is still the best footage that we've seen of the game so far. Let's bounce back and have another look at this. But it's sort of the best footage that we've seen of the gameplay so far, and we're sort of limited on what we can see. Now, the other thing is PvP, which people always ask about. Me personally, I'd love to have some PvP in the game. I just enjoy PvP in games. Dude, that summon is just sick. I can't help but say it every time. But yeah, I love PvP. I know a lot of people hate it, think it's pay to win, but as long as it's not like, you know, game-breaking rewards that make people not have fun, I think, you know, having fun in PvP is a thing. But I'm curious to see if they actually go just the pure PvE route with this game. I don't actually know myself. I think we'll just have to wait and see, because I think this game could definitely lend itself to being PvE only. It's just that it is netmarble, and I always think when I think netmarble, I think PvP heavy based games, because at the end of the day, PvP does sell really well. However, with things like Genshin and Hoyoverse in general showing that you can make cash out of more casual PvE games, I don't know if companies are looking more towards that. But when you're using an IP that's already established, I don't know whether then you're going to have the same character building, or whether you'll just get people pulling for characters just because they like the characters from the manhwa and now obviously the anime that has been released. So I have no idea where they're going to go with PvP, but in general, I think the gameplay looks fun. I think it looks complex enough to be engaging, whilst also not being too crazy. I mean, 6 additional buttons plus your standard basic attack and dodge. I feel like that's pretty manageable, whilst not being too basic where you just basically spam left click the whole time, and then maybe swap character every once in a while. So I think it's looking pretty solid. We'll have to wait and see, but that's pretty much all the info I've got so far on Solo Leveling Arise. Like I said, I would anticipate a late March release, but it wouldn't surprise me if it did get pushed into as late as June or something like that. But they've kept themselves safe by saying, you know, release date in spring, which does give them a fair window to get to. But like I said, I'm hoping for a Q1. We'll see. We might end up with a Q2. If it gets push back past Q2, I think it's going to be a bad release window for them, because then I feel like they would have lost the hype phase of the anime being released. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up now. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.